Hey everyone, today I'm going to share 7 quick and easy tips that you can use in Canvas. Hopefully these tips just help make your Canvas experience a little bit less stressful. So I'm looking at my dashboard right now. Here are 6 of my courses and they haven't been published yet, which is why they have the little publish button up in the top left corner of each of the tiles. We don't start school for another week or so, and so I'm not publishing them yet. Anyway, let's get to our tips. Tip number 1 is that you can rearrange the courses. So when you're in dashboard, just literally click and drag on the course tiles and you can rearrange them any way that you'd like. Now, just so you know, this is only going to reorganize it for you in your dashboard and it's not going to rearrange them for your students. So just keep that in mind that it's really only for your own organizational purposes. Tip number 2. You can change the color overlay by clicking the 3 dots up in the top right corner, go to color overlay, and make sure it's unchecked, or at least I personally like to have it unchecked because then it gets rid of the overlay on all the course tiles. Tip number 3, you can get a direct link to your Canvas course by just right-clicking on the link in your dashboard and go to copy link address. Now the address that goes directly to that course will be copied. So you can send it in an email to your parents or to your students if you want them to work in a specific course. Tip number 4 is that you can change the navigation on the left-hand side. It's really overwhelming for me to see 15 different links down here, so what you want to do in order to clean it out is go, when you're looking in Teacher View, all the way down to the bottom and click Settings. Then under the navigation tab, you're going to see all of these items that you can drag and drop to hide them. So just pull them down here and they'll be hidden from the navigation on your course. Make sure that you click Save. And then you'll be able to see, because of the I with the slash through it, which things are disabled for your students, but you can always check it by going to Student View and just seeing what your students will see. Now, I don't have modules and assignments on mine just because I don't have modules yet. So once I publish some modules, I'll have the module navigation link up here. 5 is to make a home page. So for me, I want my home page to be a page that I created with images just to make it a little more kid-friendly because I teach first grade. So I go to Pages and then I made a home page here. Click the 3 dots, select Use as Front Page, and then when you're in Home, click Choose Home Page and select Pages Front Page, which we selected as the home page that I made. Hopefully this all makes sense. Click Save, and now the page that I created for my home page with all these little images and buttons is now the first page that my students will see when they click onto my course. Tip number 6 is to use tables when you're editing a page so that when you add images or buttons like I did here, the images are all aligned to the center and all the same size. So I used a table with 6 columns to add all of these little images or buttons in. I'm going to make another table by clicking here and choosing a table that actually has 4 columns because I just have 4 more images that I'm going to add. I go to Images and then I click in each cell to add my image here. So I'm going to make a schedule button. I click in the next cell. There's my resources button, recordings, and the last one is links. So all of my images got added in. They're all the same size. I'm going to resize them by just clicking on the little square in the corner and dragging it over. Now I'm clicking on the table properties. I go to Alignment Center. I go to Advanced, select the border style as solid, and make the border color white. And now I have my images that are all the same size and they're aligned in the center perfectly. I click Save, and here's what it looks like. Tip number 7 is that you can embed Google Slides into your pages on Canvas. So in order to do this, you just need to go to View All Pages, add a page. We'll call this one Math Tools 2, and then go to the Google Slides that you want to embed. I'm embedding this Math Tools Bitmoji Classroom thing that I made. So go to File, Publish to Web, Embed, and then copy this code. After you've copied the code, go back to your Canvas page that you're creating and click HTML editor. Paste the code in, and then click Rich Content Editor, and you'll see that your Google Slides are embedded. Now, if you want to remove this toolbar at the bottom, go to HTML Editor again, and right after the 3000 inside the quotes, you're going to type and amp, AMP, semicolon, RM equals minimal. Now let's go back, and as you can see, the toolbar at the bottom is gone. So let's save and publish that. Let's take a look at our page, and now our Google Slides is embedded, and the links that I linked to these little guys, these little pictures, they are all clickable. So they can click on this link and it will take them to the virtual manipulatives that I have linked there. All right, that's it for my tips. I hope that you enjoyed these tips, and I am happy to answer any questions if you have any, and I'll try to help you as best as I can. All right.